Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a day to night makeup tutorial. So I'm going to start off with a natural makeup look for the daytime, and then I will come back and make it more dramatic for the nighttime. This video was requested by one of my good friends. It's very popular for my friends to go to work and then want to go to happy hour after. And they do want their makeup to either last all day, or they just want to do like a touch up to make their makeup look nicer for the nighttime and not be so dramatic at work. So I came up with this look to do a nice, subtle, natural, dewy face look for the daytime while you're at work, or even just running errands on a weekend during the day and you're not gonna have time to really go home at night and do a full face of makeup or something like that, and touch it up and do something nice for the nighttime. So let's jump right into it. This is going to be the daytime portion. I'm gonna start off misting my face with this makeup fixing mist by Pixi. Now the nozzle on this really sucks, so what I'm gonna do is spray it in my hands and then put this on my face. I really like this Pixi spray. It has rose water and it's supposedly hydrating, antioxidant, and it tightens your pores. So I like putting this on before I put my makeup on. Now to prime the face, we're going to be priming our face with the BECCA Backlight. What is this? It's the BECCA First Light Priming Filter. I want something really hydrating and glowy for the day. And then we're gonna go ahead and take this Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer and just put this all over your T-zone, just to smooth out any pores you might have or anything. For foundation, we're going to be using the It Cosmetics CC Cream. I am in the shade Medium. And I'm not going to be using a foundation brush or an actual beauty blender to put the product on my face. I'm going to be putting it on with my fingers. Once I put it on with my fingers, I'm just going to blend everything out. And then I will go over it with a beauty blender just so there's no streaks. I'm going to take a clean beauty sponge and just lightly dab over it just to blend everything out. Make sure there's no streaks from your fingers. So for the daytime look, we're not going to be doing concealer. What I am going to do is take this color correction by Pixi. It's in the shade Brightening Peach. So we're going to go ahead and take that color corrector and just dab that on the bottom of your eyes, just to brighten things up a little bit. Now with your beauty sponge, just go ahead and just make sure that sinks into your skin. Now you can set that if you want to, but I'm trying to use as least powder possible, just because for the nighttime look, we're going to go in with powder, we're going to go in with concealer, and we're going to freshen everything up. And you don't want to layer powder on top of powder. That's just me. But if you don't feel comfortable not setting your under eye or something like that, then go ahead and do it. For eyebrows, I'm going to take my Anastasia brow definer. I'm going to further my brows like I usually do. So now I'm going to take this ColourPop Super Shock Bronzer in the shade Poolside. And with this Morphe E34 brush, it's a synthetic brush, we're just going to go ahead and put this bronzer on. The formula of this bronzer is like a powdered cream, so it's really like hydrating. It's not powdery at all. So these bronzers, and they have eyeshadows and blushes and highlights and stuff like that, they're best applied with your fingers. Obviously not blush, but like highlight and eyeshadows with your fingers or with a synthetic brush. So with this same bronzer, what I'm gonna do is get a little synthetic brush and put this as eyeshadow just to make the eyes pop a little bit. Now for blush, I'm going to take the Butter Blush from Physicians formula in the shade Natural Glow. This is a powder, but it's so soft to the touch. It's like buttery. It's called a Butter Blush. I'm going to take my Morphe E4 brush and just put that on the apples of my cheeks. This blush is very subtle, but it has like such a nice glow to it that I love it for daytime looks, especially now for the summer. For highlight, we're going to take the ColourPop Super Shock highlight in the shade Stole the Show. And I'm going to take this with my fingers because I feel like that's the best way to apply it. And just dab. I don't think you should rub so it doesn't disrupt any of the product, but just dab it on the high points of your face. Nice and dewy. Now let's go ahead and set the brows, because the brows are the only thing on your face that we are not going to touch. We're not going to retouch, so you really want to set them, lock them in. So I'm going to take my brow Stylist Plumper and just set those puppies down. For the lashes, I'm going to take an eyelash curler and we are going to curl the lashes, just because mascara gets really like clumpy and dry throughout the day and you don't want to apply so many layers, and you really want your lashes to be nice for the nighttime and dramatic, you know. Then we're going to take the L'Oreal Voluminous Paradise Mascara. This is the new one that came out. I have in the shade Blackest Black. And we're just going to put one layer of this on our lashes. For lips, we are going in Natural. If you want to go crazy for the daytime, you can. You can put whatever lip color you want. I'm going to go with a natural creamy lip color. This is the Butter Lipstick by NYX. It's in the shade Pops. Now we're going to set the face with the Urban Decay C-Slick makeup setting spray. It's for oil control, just because we didn't set the face with any powders or anything like that. You do want to control your oils. I'm not that oily, but if you are really oily, you're really going to want to use a mattifying setting spray. So this is it for the daytime look. I am going to run some errands, do things around the house, and wear this for as long as possible. And then I will come back and do the nighttime touches so you can look super fab for happy hour or for a girls' night or for whatever you want to do at the end of the day. Alright guys, so I am back. It's been about 2.5 hours that I've had this makeup look on. My lips are pretty much still intact and I did have lunch. Like you guys saw, it was a regular lipstick. It doesn't claim to be long wearing, I don't think, but it's lasted pretty long on my lips. So typically in the morning, before you go to work or before you start your day, you're gonna do your makeup at home. Some people do it in their car. But for the most part, you get ready at home and you do your makeup at home. If you're planning on going out at night or you're carrying a makeup bag and you have your stuff, you know you're going to do something, you're not going to go home. You pack your makeup bag. I packed my makeup bag right here. You guys heard me talk about this bag in my favorites. So I packed my bag of things that I'm going to use for my nighttime look. Everything that I'm using for my nighttime look fit in this bag. So I tried to be as compact as possible, but still including everything that I needed for my nighttime look. Now we're going to start with freshening up our makeup. I'm going to take this Pixi Hydrating Milky Mist and I'm going to spray it all over my face just to wake up the face, rehydrate it, because it has been a couple of hours. I mean, if you're at work, it's probably 8 hours since you have your makeup on, so you just want to refresh everything that you have on. I've been loving this mist. Now take a damp beauty blender. You really are just refreshing the foundation or whatever kind of product you have on your face. Remember, lightly dab, because if you go too hard or swipe, you're just going to remove all the product and everything you just have on your face. Now I'm going to go ahead and conceal. Now I'm going to take the Milani Retouch and Erase, and I'm going to put it on my under eyes. Highlight the chin a little bit, and highlight the forehead. I'm not going to highlight the center of my nose just because I still do have highlight from the daytime look. So I don't want to disrupt that, and I'm just going to let it be. And now with your damp beauty sponge, just go ahead and blend everything out. Now we are concealing because with the daytime look, it was very natural. It looked like your skin just better with more hydration and just, you know, more awake. With this step of concealing and highlighting, you're gonna look more, definitely more awake, because it's already the end of the day. I'm sure you're tired from working all day or from running errands. You're doing whatever you needed to do during the day. So it is gonna make you look awake, and it's also gonna make you look more flawless. Now there's more coverage to the face. Prior to this, it was very light coverage. All you had was your CC cream or whatever foundation you used. The one that I used, it is pretty full coverage, but I went in light and I went in with my fingers. So the coverage just wasn't all there. You could still see my skin peeking through it, as you can see right now. But with this concealer, you are covering, highlighting, just making your skin look a little more flawless for the nighttime, because you are going to go out and Lord knows wherever the wind blows, as my friend Nikki says, you don't know where the night's going to take you. So now that we've blended everything out, now we are going to set. I'm going to use the NYX HD Photo Finish setting powder. It's in the shade Banana. And with this Morphe powder brush, just going to go and set everything. We're going to set everywhere where there is concealer. So now that we've set everywhere we put concealer, I'm going to go in with MAC Studio Fix powder. I'm in the shade C3. And just for more coverage and to lock in that makeup, since like I said, I didn't have that much coverage during the day because I wanted a light, fresh look for during the day, I'm going to go in with some more coverage, and I'm going to use the MAC Studio Fix powder. Your face, putting some more coverage using the Studio Fix powder is just going to give your face a flawless finish. Now that the face is full of powder, I'm going to move on to the eyes. For eyes, I'm going into my Studio Makeup On The Go palette. I'm going to take this fluffy brush, and with this peachy shade right here, this like tan peachy shade, we're going to go in there and use this as our transition shade. This is going over the bronzer that you initially put during the day. This is a bit dramatic for a transition shade, but you know what? It's a nighttime look, so we're going with it. Then I'm going to go in with this darker brown in the corner right here. And with a smaller crease brush, just going to work that product in the outer corners. And towards the middle of the eye, but keeping it very low in the crease. Now we're going to go back in with that fluffy brush we first used, and with no product at all, just go in and blend everything out. Now with your fingers, or you can use another brush, but I like using my fingers, I'm going to go into that middle shimmer shade. It's kind of like a rose peachy gold color. And I'm going to put that all over my lid. Go back in with that fluffy brush, no product at all, and just buff everything out. Now we're going to take the smaller crease brush and go into that brown shade again and deepen the outer corner a little more, just because I wanted more dimension and definition. This is a nighttime look, so you want the eyes to be a tad bit more dramatic than during the day. I'm gonna go back in with this fluffy brush and to that first transition shade that we used, this one right here, and just blend everything out, focusing more towards the top of your lid. Now I'm going to take this definer brush by Morphe. It is the G28, and I'm going to go into this deep brown shade right here. I'm going to take that and put that really, really close to my lower lash line. You want to focus more of the product towards the outer corner of the eye, and then as you put most of the product there, start dragging it towards the middle and then to your inner corner. I don't want my inner corner to be super dark, just because I don't really like that look. I feel like it makes my eyes look a little smaller. But if you're into that and you want to smoke the whole entire lash line out, go ahead and do so. Now with this same small fluffy brush, I'm going to go into the brown that we used in the outer corner, very lightly tap that, and then just smoke out that lower lash line. So now that we've smoked the lower lash line, I am going to take this small little pencil brush and go into the frosty white color right here. And I'm going to highlight my inner corner of the eye and the brow bone. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my face makeup with the Kylie Cosmetics Cocoa Collection Pressed Powder Face Palette. I'm going to take my trusty Eco Tools powder brush and dip into that bronzer. Start bronzing up the skin. It's literally like the perfect shade and it glides on your skin like a freaking dream. And then for highlight, we're going to go into the wider, frostier shade. And with this Royal Nanoco brush, put that high points of your cheeks. A little more on your nose. Now to blend all the powder that you have on your face that you just put on right now, go back in with your Milky Hydrating Mist or whatever fixing misting spray you have, preferably something hydrating, not mattifying right now because you want everything to like sink into your skin. Going back to my Milky Mist and just spray my entire face. I did focus it on my eyes as well, just because I want my lashes to get rehydrated because I am going to go back in with mascara right now. And I don't want my lashes to be clumpy. I did go in with 2 coats of mascara just to make your lashes pop a little more. Okay, so I didn't like that other color that I was going to put on just because the eyes are so warm and brown. I didn't like the cool mauve tone that that other lipstick had. So I'm going to go in with another ColourPop product, which is ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip in the shade Frickin' Frack. Yeah, so this is the nighttime look. You are ready for happy hour, ready for a night out, a girls' night, a drink, a bar, a club, whatever you want to do, you are ready. So yeah, that completes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. I hope you guys take tips from this video and create your own day to nighttime makeup looks. If you do recreate them, please tag me, send me a picture. I want to see them. Thank you guys for watching this video and don't forget to subscribe.